Hey guys, welcome again to module number 4. So in this session, I'm going to tell you what are all the options present in customize section. Okay, so in previous video, we had installed and activated Astra template. So now we are going to see what are all the options present in customization section in Astra template. So before going to see, we have to set up XAMPP control. We have to start Apache and MySQL modules in XAMPP control panel. Okay, here you can see. So I had already started Apache and MySQL. You can even see on my screen here. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to open my Chrome browser. So now we are in dashboard. Beside the W icon, you can find a bold use like your site name. Then hover on bold use. I'm going to visit site, open link in new tab. Okay, see here you can find this is my home page. So I'm going to edit. How we can edit this? Just go to customize. The customize option you can find in a top bar. Then go to customize, click on customize option. Then you can find some sort of options there itself. See, these are all the options present in the customize session of Astra template. Guys, just remember one thing, here you can find some sort of options, but these options are not same as another template. Okay, so each and every template will be containing some different set of options. You have to explore to check out their functionality. Okay, I'll be explaining you all these things in this video. Then in coming video we can see how we can import a demo template. Okay, how we can import a demo content. Okay, we'll see one by one. So first one is more options available in Astra Pro. So this is completely related to Astra Pro template. So now we had installed Astra free template. If you downloaded the Pro template by paying some money, then you can get access to this functionality. Okay, so I'm going to leave this. So we can see about global. I'm going to click on global. So after clicking on global, we can find 4 options. Global is nothing but if you change or edit any option here, these settings will be applied globally. So here you can see typography. Typography is nothing but selecting a font, increasing a font size or increasing font weight, and then here you can see text transform like capitalize, lowercase, uppercase. Okay, this is completely related to text format. Here you can see body and content. We can even select a new font family Verdana to apply. Here you can see some text changes. Okay, then I'm going to increase the size, then you can easily understand the changes. See, after changing the text size to 20, size is increased. Yes, so here you can even adjust the line height or paragraph margin bottom. So I'm going back and here you can see the headings again. So basically we can have headings up to H6, H1 to H6. Okay, so the starting is H1. You can even find a separate slot to change settings according to each headings, or else you can even change entire heading family by here itself, including line height and width and text transform options. Okay guys, just select each and every option and check out their functionality. Okay, so below that you can find a colors. This is completely related to color. I'm going to hit on base colors. Then you can find some set of colors options here. Here the text color is black, so I'm going to change it to red. Here you can see the changes are reflected. Okay, so just go through and change each and every color. Then you can find a preview. Okay, if you hit a publish, then it will be automatically published. Okay, the changes will be saved. Here you can see published. Okay, I'm going to visit the site again. The site is localhost/test/WordPress. Okay, yes. So let me check. See, here I can see changes are applied. I'm going back to a customize section again. Here you can see container. Container is nothing but it will be in a page. You have to select the page layout like default, boxed, content boxed, full width, some set of options here. So guys, coming to container settings, it will be recommended to change the container settings according to the page. Okay, so because these setting if we change here, these settings are applied globally. So if we change here, so each and every page container will follow here setting. Guys, I will be explaining you at the another module. So there will be a separate video on how we can build a page using a page builder plugin. There you can see some set of options related to containers. Okay, so I'm going back to customize session again. Here you can find a buttons. Okay, so the next option is buttons. So after clicking on buttons, here you can find some set of options. So we can even change the button color, like button text color and the button border color. Okay, there is no button present here, so after installing demo content I'll be showing you how we can customize a button. Okay, yeah, here you can even see typography of the button text and the padding. Just go back again. So that is completely related to global. If we change anything in this global section, those changes will be affected globally. So below that you can find a header. So header is the top bar, so where we can setting up our primary menu and logo, so entire things. Just click on that. You can find a primary header, primary menu, transparent header, and site identity. Site identity, then you can find a place to upload your own logo with by customization of logo width, and you can even upload your site icon. You can even change site title or a tagline. Okay, so we can change all these things by after uploading of a demo content. Okay, just go back, and here you can find the breadcrumb. So guys, breadcrumb is let me click on breadcrumb first. Yes, so here you can find an option called breadcrumb position. Breadcrumb means nothing but, see, in this picture you can find a breadcrumb. It is similar to categories but not like a categories. To go to all monitors, we have to go to best by first, and then computers and tables, and then monitors, and then all monitors. It is like a hierarchy. Okay, so that comes under breadcrumb. You can even set a position like after header, before title, before title or anything according to your need. And then below that you can find a blog. I already explained you that there will be a separate section for blog in WordPress. Then after clicking on blog, you can find some blog archive settings, post structures, and single post, anything. So these are all completely modifications, guys. You have to explore. Just click on the option and explore the content. Okay, if you are having any doubts, just message me or post a question in a Q&A session. Okay, and then sidebar is here. Sidebar is nothing but here you can find a sidebar. So in this sidebar there will be a widgets. So there is a separate video for widgets also, how we can customize a widgets. We can see by there itself. And then below footer, so footer also widgets. Here you can find some footer bar and footer widgets. There is a copyright text. Here we can change this copyright text because it is free template. Okay, some of the templates were not giving access to change the copyright format, but we can change that. That is not an issue. Okay, so I'm going back. So it is also a footer widgets. We can even select the footer layout. We can edit footer widgets. So I'm going to explain you all these under widget session. Okay, going back again. So and then menus are here. So this is completely related to how we can setting up a menu, how we can set up a menu. Okay, and then widgets is completely related to widgets options, and then home page settings. So guys, the next option is home page settings. If I select on a home page settings, there will be two options like a static page or a latest post. Here you can see your home page displays. Currently it is set to your latest post. It means that the homepage will display a latest post. This is the general post that comes with a WordPress hello world. So if I select a static page, then it will be asking us to select a new page to set as a home page. So here we didn't made any pages, so that it is not displaying anything. We can make any new page, and we can even set that page to home page. Okay, so the top one home page is for a basic home page, and then below post page is for a blog section. Okay, so the final setting is additional CSS. Guys, I'll be explaining you with an example. There will be a separate video for CSS tips and tricks in the bonus session. You can even understand each and every point about additional CSS, like benefits of additional CSS by there itself. But for now I'll be showing you. Okay, so guys, here you can find hello world is in a box. The box contains a white color, background color is white. So what I have to do to change that to white background color? So I'm going to tell you. So now I'm going to show you with a single click. Okay, just right click on here and inspect. So inspecting, then we can find some set of code by here itself. So just I'm going to select a selector to select that box. So after selecting the box, we can find some set of style options by here itself. Here you can see AST article post last shell. So I'm going to add a new line like background color. background color, you can find a background color in a list. So I'm going to enter green. Okay, here you can see the background color of hello world post is changed to green. So guys, to apply that globally, we have to select this code by pressing Ctrl C. Then I'm going to paste it here. Okay, after closing here, I'm going to publish. Okay, after publishing it, I'll show you. Yeah, we had already opened our homepage. I'm going to reload this. So here you can see this is the advantage of customized CSS, so we can play with that also. Yes, so guys, that's all about the customization options. Guys, it is recommended to go through each and every option and explore like how the changes are applied. Okay, feel free to post a question in the Q&A session, or feel free to text me for any doubts. This is pretty much enough for this session. I'll meet you on the next video. Thank you.